there's no expectation for LeBron James to retire. I will say that. My understanding is he will play at least another NBA season. You think about next year, 2025, 26. It'll be year 23 that would set a league record. Year 23 for number 23. The All-Star game is in Los Angeles. He's potentially playing in Los Angeles. There's a lot of stars that would align for next season, potentially, if that's what LeBron James decides. He'd be 41 years old in December. He's 40 years old right now. So the expectation is he's going to be playing at least another season. But again, how long? And the other thing, Pat, is does the Bryce James, his son, does that factor play into it at all? His son is going to be potentially draft eligible in 2026 next year. So if he feels at some point next year Bryce James might be an NBA player, might be a draft eligible player, does he extend that window? I think that's the only potential caveat that you think of out there that could keep LeBron James even longer than at least one more year. But we saw his answer last night. He was very non-committal. And every time a Lakers season, or really a Cavs season in the past, a Miami Heat season in the past has ended since he's been like 25, 26, what he's been saying is, I'm going to take time with my family, I'm going to talk to my advisors, my support system, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to make a decision on where I'm going to land at. Before it was about free agency. Before it was about where he's going to end up. Now it's about, is he going to play anymore and how long he's going to play. Either way, him coming back to the Lakers, there's going to be a lot of questions. He's got a $54 million player option. So what do you do there? Do you opt in? Do you opt out? My feel is that he probably opts into that. And then from there, it's like, what does the Lakers roster look like? Because this was a LeBron James at 40 years old that was playing games and playing significant minutes as a center. And I don't expect that to be in his future, to be playing the center position at 41 years old. This is not sustainable for LeBron James at this point in his career.
Ladies and gentlemen, basketball fans across the world, the story of LeBron James has been told countless times. From the streets of Akron, Ohio, to the bright lights of Los Angeles. From the kid who was labeled the chosen one on the cover of Sports Illustrated at just 17 years old, to the man who shattered records, carried franchises, and redefined longevity in professional sports. But tonight, the spotlight shines not on what he has already done, his 4 NBA championships, his MVPs, his place as the all-time leading scorer. No, tonight the whispers surround what LeBron James still wants to do. The dream that burns inside him even at age 40. The impossible that he still dares to chase. He doesn't just want to play alongside one son. He wants to share the NBA floor with both of his boys. First Bronny, and now Bryce. LeBron James could retire today, and his name would echo in basketball history forever. 40 years old, 20-plus seasons in the NBA, still averaging over 24 points, nearly 8 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. Still one of the best players on earth. Last June, he exercised his $52.6 million player option to run it back with the Lakers, proving that age, money, and expectations have never scared him. Most men slow down at this stage. Most legends gracefully bow out. But LeBron? He is still sprinting, still dunking, still chasing ghosts of greatness. And then came the Bronny chapter. The NBA world froze in 2024 when the Lakers pulled off something never seen before. Father and son, teammates under the same roof. The cameras flashed, the arenas sold out. The jerseys flew off shelves. It was history in motion. But even as fans debated whether it was destiny fulfilled or nepotism gone too far, LeBron James was already thinking beyond, because one James boy was not enough. Reports started trickling out. Quiet, cautious but persistent. Executives in the NBA whispering about LeBron's next move. I think LeBron plays 1 or 2 more seasons unless the Lakers win it all next year, one unnamed executive told Lakers Daily. Bryce will be eligible for the 2026 draft. There are some whispers that LeBron wants to play with him too. Imagine that. Not just the dream of one son, but two. A father's hands guiding his legacy, weaving it into the NBA fabric in ways we've never seen. Bryce James, 6'6", smooth, developing, still just scratching the surface of his potential. In high school at Sierra Canyon, he was the younger brother in the shadows, but now, at the University of Arizona, he's carving his own path. Averaging 8 points and 4 rebounds as a senior, flashing moments of promise on the Nike EYBL circuit. He's no finished product, but neither was Bronny. And if one son could make the leap to play alongside the king, then why couldn't Bryce? That is the fire fueling LeBron's twilight years. That is the reason he refuses to fade. This isn't just about basketball anymore. This is about immortality. LeBron James has already etched his name alongside Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, and Magic Johnson. But if he pulls this off, playing with both Bronny and Bryce, maybe even at the same time, he would not just be a legend. He would be a myth. A story passed down for generations. Picture it, 2026. LeBron James, age 42, running onto the court as the oldest player in the league. His knees heavy, his minutes managed, but his mind sharper than ever. On one wing, Bronny James. On the other, Bryce James. 3 jerseys with the same last name. A family dynasty. Live on national television. No other sport has ever seen it. Not in this way. Not on this stage. And make no mistake, the NBA would bend over backwards to make it happen. The ticket sales, the media frenzy, the marketing machine, it would be the greatest father-son storyline in sports history. LeBron knows it. The league knows it. The fans crave it. But of course, not everyone believes. When Bronny was drafted, critics lined up to take their shots. They called it a stunt, a gimmick. They questioned whether Bronny had truly earned it. And with Bryce, those voices will only grow louder. Is Bryce really NBA ready? They'll ask. Or is his father pulling strings again? Some will say LeBron is chasing too much, that he's risking the purity of competition for the sake of a storybook ending, that he should bow out gracefully before father time finally drags him down. But LeBron James has never listened to the noise. From the moment he entered the league in 2003, he was told the pressure was too high, the expectations too great, and every time he proved them wrong. Why should now be any different? Make no mistake, for this dream to happen, sacrifices will have to be made. LeBron will need to push his body past the limits of what even he has already endured. 2 more years of grueling NBA schedules, of training camps, of back-to-backs and playoff pushes. 2 more years of critics waiting for him to break, and Bryce will need to accelerate faster than expected. At Arizona, he'll be tested, molded, refined. His 8-point averages won't be enough. He'll need to rise into a true NBA prospect by 2026. He'll need to prove not only that he belongs, but that he can thrive under the blinding spotlight of being LeBron James's son. It's a tall task, but tall tasks are exactly what the James family is built for. This isn't just about basketball. This is about fatherhood. For LeBron, this is the culmination of everything he's worked for. The nights spent grinding in Akron gyms, the championships won, the records shattered. It was all for family. He has often said his proudest role is not being King James, but being dad. And what better way to honor that than by standing shoulder to shoulder with his boys on the grandest stage? It is every father's dream to share what they love most with their children. For LeBron, that dream just happens to be the NBA. And if he achieves it, there won't be a dry eye in the house. So what happens next? LeBron James is already signed for the upcoming season. If the Lakers fall short of a championship, the whispers will only grow louder. One more year, maybe two, and then the 2026 NBA Draft will arrive. All eyes will be on Bryce. Every scout, every GM, every coach wondering, can he make the leap? Can he justify the pick? But deep down, everyone will know the truth. No matter where Bryce goes, LeBron will follow. He has already proven that rings are not the only thing left to chase. Legacy, family, and history are now his true north. And so we wait. The story of LeBron James was supposed to be winding down. It was supposed to be a farewell tour, a graceful goodbye. But LeBron has never lived by anyone else's script. Now his story is becoming something greater than basketball, something more profound than championships and MVPs. This is the story of a father refusing to let go until he has shared the court with both of his sons. It is the final chapter of a career defined by defying the impossible. Will he succeed? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. When LeBron James finally does walk away from the game, he will not just be remembered as one of the greatest to ever play. He will be remembered as the man who tried to turn family into forever.